What's up, everybody? Welcome to DFS by the Numbers. These are my DraftKings PGA picks for the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Alright, excited for another week of golf. Before we start the video, if you guys can leave a like, also subscribe if you haven't yet. I'd really appreciate that. Last week was awesome. My example cash lineup cashed very easy. I had Gary Woodland finished 8th, Daniel Berger 4th, Poston 35th, English 17th, Nesmith 38th, and Gooch 38th as well. Cash very easy, was top 100 in most contests, but Gooch was 13%, Nesmith was 11%, and Poston was 9%. So we got a lot of low ownership plays in there, so that was awesome to see. Hopefully it's another good week this week, and we are at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge. It's a par 72, 7,452 yards, has 4 par 3s, 10 par 4s, and 4 par 5s, and I believe it's a top 70 mix to cut. Some key stats we're going to be looking at for this week: par 5 average, strokes gained on approach, par 4 average, strokes gained off the tee, birdie or better percentage, and bogey avoidance. Just some of the stats we're going to be looking at, and let's start with the 10K and up range. Rory, never a bad choice here. He's 11,800, which is extremely expensive, and it's for a good reason. He has an average finish of 9.8 here. He's been insane this year with all 5 tournaments, finishing in the top 5. Third in strokes gained off the tee, second in strokes gained on approach, first in birdie or better percentage. Just an elite player. That's why the price is so big. I'm definitely willing to play that price because I do think there's a lot of value on this slate here. So I think you can go up and get Rory, and honestly, I think he's probably by far the best option up here. But it's just that price that'll get you. But like I said, there's a lot of value to be able to get him. Bryson, he's 10,400. Finishes of 46, 27, and 2 here. Average finish of 15.2 in his last 5 tournaments. He's second in strokes gained off the tee, 6th in par 4 average, 3rd in bogey avoidance, and 4th in birdie or better percentage. So, really great stat fit. 10,400. If you don't want to play Rory, you can go up and get Bryson. He's a fine play as well. Hideki Matsuyama, 10,600, average finish of 30.8 here, nothing crazy, but he did have a 6th place finish, I believe it was like 3 years ago. Current form of 16.8, 5th in strokes gained on approach, 5th in par 4 average, 6th in bogey avoidance, and 5th in birdie or better percentage. Hideki's a fine play along with Bryson, but if I can go up and get Rory, I'm definitely going to try to get it this week. Like I said, I think you'll be able to, but Bryson and Hideki are not bad plays at all. All right, let's go to the 9K range. Patrick Reed, he's 7,400. He's 9,400. Finishes of 50 and 7 here. Average finish of 28.4 in his last 5 tournaments. Second in strokes gained putting, great putter. 12th in par 4 average and 8th in birdie or better percentage. Just a really good stat fit. I like the price at 9,400. I can see him doing very well here, but like I said, he has that 7th place finish here. I think he can maybe get that again or get close to it. Definitely get a top 10. And then Adam Scott, 9,700. Finishes of 41, 12, 35 here. Average finish of 22.6 in his last 5 tournaments. 14th in strokes gained on approach. 10th in par 4 average. 14th in bogey avoidance. And 9th in birdie or better percentage. Adam Scott's always a fine play. He always shows up and does pretty good. He's a fine play. Sungjae Im at 9,500 He finished 3rd here last year. Average finish of 33.8 in his last 5 tournaments. 12th in par 4 average. 8th in birdie or better percentage, and he has made 12 out of 13 cuts this year. I like Sungjae Im quite a bit. 9,500 is a fine price. He's just been playing really well this year. Tony Finau. Let's go to 8K range. Tony Finau, 8,800. He's just way too cheap. Usually you'll see him in the 9,000s, but finishes of 28, 43, and 70 here. Current form of 34.8, so not having the greatest year, but definitely has that upside. He's 9th in strokes gained on approach, 18th in bogey avoidance, and 19th in birdie or better percentage. I like him quite a bit. If you can pay for him, along with Rory, that'd be sweet. But I do like Tony Finau quite a bit, and I like the guy below him probably a little bit more. Colin Morikawa, 8,400. Love that price. He's made 10 out of 10 cuts this year. He finished 64th here last year. Average finish of 27 his last 5 tournaments. 4th in strokes gained on approach. 18th in birdie or better percentage. 8th in par 5 average. Just a fantastic player with a fantastic price. I can tell you right now I'm going to have Colin Morikawa in my cash lineup. Just a really, really good play, especially at that price. Mark Leishman, 8,600, finishes of 23, 7, 1, 17, and 79 here. Has been pretty good this year. Has an average finish of 36.3 in his last 5 tournaments. He just has solid stats all around, and he's been playing well. I think he's fine at 8,600. Tyrell Hatton, 8,100, average finish of 34 here. Has finished 6th, 14th, and 6th this year, so a great start to the year for him. Not the most exciting stats in the world, but he's just been on fire, so I think he's a fine play, especially at his price of 8,100. Ben On, 8,700, finishes of 10, 14, 49, 36 here. He's a pretty boomer bust player, a high upside, but could finish like 130. Did finish 4th his last tournament. He's a great GPP play. Like I said, boomer bust, so he'll either finish in the top 10 or probably miss the cut. So more of a GPP play, and not really in love with the price as well. So don't know how much I'm going to have of him, but definitely a GPP play I'm going to be looking at. Henrik Stenson, 8,800, insane course history, 7 top 20s in his last 8 tournaments, finishes of 20 and 86 this year, and he's just a great course history play. Stats don't really jump off the table, but 8,800 it was a little bit too expensive for me, but that course history is probably why he's priced that high, and he's a fine play. Definitely wouldn't be surprised if he got another top 20. All right, let's go to the 7K range here. Poulter, he's 7,600. Average finish of 34 here, has made all 5 cuts. Finishes of 27, 13, 16 this year. So has been having a pretty good year. 22nd in strokes gained on approach. He's a decent punter and he just has great history here. So definitely a good play at 7,600. Maverick McNeely, 7,400. Has finished 46th here. He's been amazing this year. Average finish of 19 in his last 5 tournaments, which is amazing. He's also a great stat fit for this course and a great value play. Another guy here, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to have in my cash lineup. Just a fantastic cash play, and I do like him here at 7,400. Carlos Ortiz, 7,100. He's been having a pretty good year. 10 out of 12 cuts made. Finish is of 29 and 21 here. Just another great value play at 7,100. Like I said earlier in the video, this slate is full of value. So Taylor Gooch, 7,000. No course history here, but he has been playing great this year. Average finish of 32 in his last 5 tournaments. Has made 11 out of 12 cuts, and he's a great value play as well. All right, Abraham Answer, probably more of a GBP play here, but a good play as well. Finished 107th here last year. Average finish of 20.6 in his last 5 tournaments, so he's been playing very, very good. And he did start the year off slow, but he's been on fire lately, and he does have solid stats around and fits the course stats that we're looking for nice. So I think Abraham Answer is definitely a fine play, more of a GPP play, but wouldn't be surprised if he did very good this week. Another GPP play here, Francesco Molinari, insane course history, and this is why I'm looking at him this week. Finishes of 1, 26, 7, 9, 17, and 5 in his last 6 tournaments, so absolutely phenomenal course history. And he has been pretty bad this year, but this could be a breakout week for him. Stats fit the course well. Like I said, that insane course history, so don't be surprised if he had another good week this week at low ownership and at a good price as well. All right, we'll go to the punt range now. Matthew Nesmith, I really like this guy. He's 6,800. He's a great value play. Average finish of 20.4 in his last 5 tournaments. No course history, which is a little concerning, but he'll be all right. He has made 9 out of 13 cuts this year. Love that price. I think it's a fantastic play. And Sebastian Munoz, 6,900. Probably more of a GPP play here, but amazing stat fit, especially for his price. He's been great this year besides 2 bad finishes. And he's a great pump play with some good upside as well. All right, guys, let's get to my pick to win here. My pick to win is Rory. I mean, he's just been phenomenal all season. He hasn't finished outside the top 5. I don't see that changing here. His stats fit the course extremely well. The stats we're looking for, and don't be surprised if you see him in the top 5. And yeah, that's about it, guys. If you have any questions, you can follow me on Twitter, DFS_numbers. Make sure you give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Also, subscribe if you haven't yet. I'm going to be posting my MMA content throughout the week, and as well as NASCAR as well, so you don't want to miss out on that. See a couple of you guys sign up for Patreon. I'll be posting the example cash lineup and my targets and all that. Probably either tonight or tomorrow. I almost have that done, so going to be posting that soon. If you haven't signed up, make sure you sign up. It's $5 a month, $1.25 per tournament, and I will put the link in the description for that. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching.